So we're back with Tips Don't Lie, and this weekend we're avoiding the glum of the international break. We still got some great football with the EFL playing. And of course, you've got to stay subscribed and like and comment because we've got some competitions coming up here at the Numbers Game as well. Watch the video for that a little bit later, but we're going to get into our analysis.
Maybe I'm the lucky charm.
Are you recording? Yeah.
Yeah.
No one won a bet. I did. Sunderland to win. Sunderland to
Oh,
win.
did it come in?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I said I'm not blindly backing the AI. I actually disagreed with the AI, but I'd already missed out on the first week where it predicted Sunderland to win. So the algorithm, I don't know where it's getting this data from. It had Sunderland to beat West Ham in the first game week. Didn't believe it. They won 3-0. Had Sunderland to beat Brentford. More believable, but still a stretch. So that time I backed it. Came in. Leeds to beat Newcastle. I thought that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And I even said on camera, like, that's just a bridge too far. And they managed to get a draw. So this algorithm is not daft at all. Whoever wrote that.
Yeah, the start of the season has been really unpredictable, I think, if you're going off normal footballing convention. But the AI seems to be on something here. So there must be some sort of pattern to all this madness that's occurring. I'm just struggling to pick it at the moment. So maybe I'll just do what you do and just follow the AI.
Well, I'm 33 quid down. So. Jason's the only one in the green at the moment, but it could all actually it couldn't change.
Well, also I've got to say that I wasn't here last week, so I never got a chance to gloat. But I had a nice little winner on Coventry and Birmingham to win. Coventry just snuck past. I think who was? I can't remember.
Snuck past. Was it not about 7-1?
7-1. Yeah. So yeah, another win for me there, and that's 2 on the bounce. And I've got a good feeling I'm going to make it a hat trick today.
Nice. Frank Lampard's tricky Sky Blues. I think the XG was about 2.5.
Yeah, and then I think they drew the next week as well.
Yeah.
1-1 or something.
Also, it kind of reminded me of PSG. If any of you have seen João Neves' hat trick, or if you've not seen it, rather, go and have a look at that. I don't know what his XG will have been, but he scored 2 bicycle kicks and then an absolute monster of a screamer from about 35 yards. That kind of thing you can't predict. No one's predicting Coventry to win that. It's not about predicting.
Whoa.
Each
I
game
predicted it.
7-1. Coventry and over 6 goals.
Yeah.
You're not going to predict that. It's about over the course of a season, which is the beauty of having an algorithm doing it for you, because you're never going to win over that period of time. You might beat it on 1 week. You're not going to beat it over the course of a season.
Have we decided on our competition yet as well, Sam?
The basic outline for this competition, because this is how confident we are. If you can beat the AI or the Numbers Game algorithm over the course of 25 plus games, I'm thinking, then you will win a Numbers Game t-shirt membership for life. Maybe some cash as well. 500 grand.
Why don't we do like the rest of the Premier League season or something? You've got to predict every game.
No, I'm going to do it every week.
Oh, are you? Nice.
Because it's a bit of it's basically a flex. I'm showing how confident I am that our algorithm will beat you over the course of lots of matches. I'm not saying that you won't be able to predict one game over the AI, but over 25 plus games, you've got no chance. That's why I'm saying 500 grand, but maybe
tone it down a bit. Let's start with 500 quid, shall we?
We're still deciding on it, but I think people, after the international break is over, they can look forward to some competitions and things, and we will give all the information on that. So game week 7 in League 1, not sure with League 2, but it's very exciting because obviously the international break is on and everybody hates the international break. I don't understand why they have it at the start of the season.
3 games in.
I know.
3 games in, we have to go and watch England play North Macedonia for the 17th time in the past 3 years. Jordan Henderson is inexplicably starting in the starting lineup, and we don't go. It'd be semi-fun if we won like 12-0, but we don't. It'll be like a 2-0.
I'll tell you this for
Harry
certain.
Kane penalty,
I won't watch
65th minute.
1 minute of any international football.
I'm looking forward to these games actually because there's lots of narratives going on. We're obviously doing a bit of kind of betting on it as well, and we are fueled by the algorithm. So let's start us off with the resident expert of the EFL, Ollie. You know, like you said, you've got some really good picks recently. So what is your guesses for the weekend ahead?
Well, I've been struggling, as I mentioned, predicting the Premier League. So a couple of weeks ago, I changed my strategy and just stuck to the EFL, and it's been paying dividends for me so far. So I really feel like this is a week where I can hammer home that advantage. I have kept it simple, though. I've gone with 2 bets this week. I've put a £5 on both of them. One of them's a safe bet, which I'm hoping to cover my stake with, and then the other one's a bit of a long shot. But I really believe in it. I feel like this is a really decent bet, and I'll explain why. But first of all, we'll start with the safer bet, which is Huddersfield to beat Peterborough. The AI absolutely loves this. Huddersfield, one of the best teams in the league. Peterborough have got off to a shocking start. They've lost 7 of the 8 games that they've played so far, including an EFL Cup game, which they drew. So really, really bad start from Peterborough. Huddersfield just starting to find the stride, especially at home. I don't think it's fully clicked yet, but they're definitely one of the teams to watch out for in League One. Then I've got Bolton or draw against AFC Wimbledon. Bolton have drawn the last 4 games, 1-1. They actually played against my team last weekend, Blackpool, and they look like a really good side without a goal-scoring striker, which I think explains the constant draws. But I don't see AFC Wimbledon going there and getting a victory, so I've gone with double chance on that one. And then finally, I've got Notts County double chance against Fleetwood Town. We talked about Notts County in pre-season, how good they are for a League Two side. And I think that although they've not started the season on blistering form, just don't see Fleetwood going there and getting a result either. So 5 on that returns £10.69. As I mentioned, it covers the stake and allows me to take a bit of a long shot. And this is where things get juicy. So I've gone with Huddersfield again on my long shot, but this time I've got Huddersfield to win and I've got both teams to score no. So in other words, Huddersfield to win to 0. The team that they're playing, Peterborough, as I mentioned, they've lost 6 of their 7 games and they've scored 4 goals in 5 away games this season, and they've not scored in the last 2 away games against much worse opposition than Huddersfield. Huddersfield have scored 6 and conceded 0 in the last 3 home games, so really good home form. So I've got Huddersfield to win, both teams to score no, and then I've gone for Rochdale to win and both teams to score no in League Two as well. Rochdale have conceded just 2 goals in 4 home games this season, and Braintree, who are their opposition, scored 1 goal in 3 away matches and are minnows of the league. So I really like this. I think it's a good pick. 5 on it returns £27.50. So that'll steam me straight to the top of the leaderboards, boys.
Nothing like chasing your losses. That's our advice. I'm in absolutely uncharted territory in EFL. I hate it. I hate when I'm forced to make EFL picks because it's on my blacklist. Just the EFL in general. That's Championship, League One and League Two. Not because I don't know about them, but I don't. But also because everyone beats everyone. So unpredictable. We see how unpredictable the Prem is this season. It's that on steroids for the EFL. So all I'm doing is leaning more on the Numbers Game website for this one. I'm backing Barnet for a £5 at 1.7. Not big odds, but good value odds. So I've filtered the website by the highest percentage, win percentage. Barnet come up about 3rd because they're good value, so I'm backing them. Then I've got a naughty little double here. I've got £3 on the Tamworth win and under 2.5 goals in the game. That's coming in at 4.75. It's also good value as well, and Tamworth have the better data across all departments. It's given Eastleigh just a 27% chance. They've only won 1 in the last 5 on the road, and the bookies don't fancy them either. That's like a medium risk pick, I would say. And then I've got £2 on a little treble, which is Carlisle, Bolton and Forest Green to win. Again, leaning on the website a bit here, filtered it by highest value. I've picked a couple off the top. I know Forest Green have been splashing the cash a bit relative to the National League. Bolton are a decent side, and the rest I'm leaning on Numbers Game here. So if you're going to follow my bets any week, do not let it be this one. Jason, what are you backing for this week? Because I know that you're not exactly an EFL expert either.
No, I echo your sentiment here. This is the one week that I'd say don't back what I'm saying. And I guess also with future episodes, just whenever I talk about Arsenal, I do have rose-tinted glasses.
Yeah, but you need to clarify I'll never forget you picking Arsenal to win and keep a clean sheet at the Bernabeu last season. So
yeah, but you also backed them to win at Anfield, and I said, at Anfield, are you sure? Like,
they've never won at Anfield in the entire
I think
history.
Arteta, the last time they did, Arteta was playing.
Yeah.
So, and he's like, no, I'm pretty confident going into this weekend. I fancy us to win for 0.
For what it's worth,
Jokeres
without going
hat-trick.
off on a tangent,
Jokeres.
they easily could have won that game. I felt like Liverpool played well for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, but that's every Liverpool game this season. I even said this on Tips Don't Lie last week. I said, Liverpool keep winning on the intangibles. You can look at the website and the data. Like, when you look at the data, Liverpool do not look good. Or if you even watch the game, they don't look good. But they win.
Well, they've got that.
That's always the mark of champions.
Yeah, they've got that champions glow about them. You know, when you bring on a 16-year-old at St James's Park in a fiery atmosphere like that and he bags the last-minute win,
with curling it into the side netting.
You know that the football gods are on your side, though.
I mean, the Szoboszlai free kick as well. That's just testament to the football gods.
Yeah.
Can I also say, I actually called the whole transfer saga with Isak as well. I said on a few weeks ago, I think it was game week 1 of Tips Don't Lie, I said, if I'm Liverpool, I'm waiting until the last week and putting in a £130 million bid. Literally bang on the money. Like, sign me up. Shove your Michael Edwards up your arse. Put me in as a sporting director. If anyone's looking for one, you know where I am.
Manchester United, probably.
Yeah.
They're at the moment. replace Amarim. But in terms of my bets, I've just basically copied you here, Sam, with the tactics, but I've gone even more conservative. People will know from each other week that I just kind of go with the biggest odds and the biggest win percentage, not the biggest odds, the lowest.
They're quite the opposite. The smallest odds you go for, Jason.
Yes. So this one is just I don't know if this is the lowest one that I brought to you guys, but it's a 0.87 to 1.
That's not the lowest. Nowhere near, mate.
No? Okay, that's good then. It's just all of these are double chance. Notts County, Bolton, Huddersfield and Barnet, just kind of reflecting everything that you guys have said. And I like the Barnet pick as well because they've got kind of relatively good underlying data, whereas Shrewsbury, I don't know what they are doing, but they are bottom of the table and nothing seems to be going their way. So I like that pick as well there, Sam. But yeah, with the other three, it's just kind of following the AI, which... As you've kind of explained there, it just knows everything that's going on in the leagues. It's called these massive wins for Sunderland. It just knows the nuances that's going on. And so the fact that it's putting 50% on all of these, and I've also backed only home games as well, because, the crowd affects these games so much, especially, as you said there, Sam, with the intangibles.
So if you've gone 50% odds of a win, plus the draw, just to be sure. So you're sitting probably at about 80-odd%.
Yes, exactly.
What are you putting on it? $1,000?
The strategy is very obvious here, Jason.
Yes.
It's to win every week, isn't it?
He's
Even
the
if
only
it's
one
only
in
a couple
green.
of quid.
He's the only one in green.
Even if it's a couple of quid. So I've put 10 on it, 0.87 to 1. That's my whole bet this week.
Is it
I'm not going to
nice, mate.
I
was
respect
going to
that.
do the exact same thing. I almost put my whole tenner on Barnet this week, and they were at 1.7, so it would have been even more conservative than yours. But I nearly went for the same tactic.
I think if you are going conservative, it is definitely worth doing this approach, because, like you said before,
if you want to be profitable,
if you put 2 quid on one and it returns 3 or 4 quid, then you're not going to get anywhere. Really.
No, the problem is, if you want to be profitable and you want to be all serious, you've got to check the value odds. You've got to bank highly when the value is even better, and you've got to do it over the course of a season in a very consistent style. Yeah. Like if you then go, 1 week I'm just going to put a mad acca on, then you're probably not going to be profitable. No. However, some of it's about fun. Like for me, I like having a bit of fun. We're spending a tenner a week. We're not exactly, putting the bookies to the sword, are we? But it's about having fun. So sometimes, shoot me. I want to stick on a mad acca and people to have shots on target and Arsenal to lose Anfield.
I'm more comfortable doing that later on in the season when we have much more data to kind of make
true. Yeah,
I'm with you on that.
At this point of the season, like you guys have both said, there's some crazy results coming in. I mean, who would have thought that Man City would lose 2 on the bounce? And the kind of all the data and everything was predicting them to smash Brighton. It didn't happen.
What's so annoying though, Jason? If you remember last week, this is me stupidly doubling down on Spurs because they were one of the informed teams in the Prem. Bournemouth looked pretty bad in the first couple of games, and they looked like they might be in trouble. They lost the whole back line, as we spoke about in another video. And all I needed was a Spurs goal. I had Brighton against City, both teams to score. Spurs, Bournemouth, both teams to score. That's it. They're at home,
that was
man.
the game, I think, of the week where you'd think both teams to score could come in. I know Spurs had kept 2 clean sheets, but Bournemouth's attack is not to be sniffed at. I mean, they gave Liverpool a go at Anfield. They scored 2. They're one of the best. I think they were 6th best in the season for XG last year, and they've not lost any of their attackers. In fact, they've got more back from injury. So I would have said that. I'm sure the algorithm would have said that would have been right up there as one of the top both teams to score games.
It was the top. That's why I backed it. That stupid shin pad sniffing goth, Thomas Frank. Jesus Christ! All we needed was a goal from one of your stupid throw-ins or something.
Well, they've got shy attackers. We'll move on to that in a little bit, shall we? But
yeah. And Spurs let down my other leg as well. Otherwise, I'd have been cooking. I'd have been in the green if it wasn't for Spurs. Classic Spurs. Why did I back them? Why did I back Spurs?
It's Spursy.
I know that's a user error. I'm sorry, backing Spurs. No one can have any sympathy for you.
I mean, we even made the video about why Thomas Frank is going to flop.
No, you made the video on that. Jason, by the way, I edited that. I was sat there for about 20 minutes trying to filter down his 20-minute rant down to 3 minutes. He's like, look, he's ugly. Spurs are crap. They're not going to do this.
It's
Arsenal
ingrained in their club. They'll bottle it no matter what.
Love it, Jason.
Yes, exactly. So that is our tips of the week for Tips Don't Lie. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to like the video as well and get involved with the comments because, like I said, there's a competition coming soon and you can win big. But we will see you again next week.